What's up, YouTube? It's Deexypher. Welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you guys are here. Today is a video I've been promising for a while. This is how we made my new single, Happy. We're going to go through and show you how this started out, what it was all about, why we did it to begin with, and then we'll get into like how I mixed it and do all that stuff. So, you guys hang out, check it out. I hope you enjoy this. Stick around to the end. I got something special coming for you, and let's get into it. Now we got FL Studios loaded up here, and as you can see, we've got the track Happy loaded up. I'm gonna go through and solo a couple of things first. So when we started Happy, it was originally for the Cymatics Producer Week beat contest that we'd done this, and we started with just this little guitar lick that was here. And then we took and added this to it, which was a guitar line that I created. Actually, it was, even though it sounds like a synth or a horn or something, it's actually a guitar that we've done a little modulation to. I'll open it up and show you guys here. Yeah, you can see we did a little modulation here within, and then we did a little more on the track itself, adding some delays and some reverb, stuff of that nature. Give it a little post-punk kind of a sound. All right, so here's that lick. That's that lick that obviously we all know from the very beginning. And then next was bringing in, yeah, we brought in a hat pattern here on the next segment, just to kind of fill in behind these drums that I laid, these Travis style drums. We did a lot of this like on our own, believe it or not. Really lucky in our ability to do that. Thankfully, that's one of the nice things, is that I do work alone a lot, so it creates a lot of freedom on my end, because there's things that I can do that maybe another artist couldn't do. And like these drums, we laid those drums, and then we brought in, oh yeah, we brought this in too. There is a synth I forgot that doubles underneath of this. It just kind of plays chords down there. And then we brought in vocals, basses, all that good stuff. Like I said, we did all of this basically here on our own. We added this little lead in after effect, because it was kind of what kept the flow on the verses. Just little stuff like that. Tell you what, let me go through. I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit of what I did to kind of make things sound the way they did here. Our guitars, we always EQ guitars by, first off, cutting that out. Is there a tape boy? We obviously didn't actually use this. Let's see what happens if I cut that out of there. Yeah, we obviously didn't actually use that, or if we did, we used it very subtly. This is a VHL 3C. It's a low-high cutter filter for guitars and basses, modeled after some analog gear that I learned about these from John Congleton, actually, out of Dallas, and man, these things are amazing. I love them. Totally changed the way a guitar sounds. And like I said, first thing is I always cut the high ends, the highs and the lows off guitars. Overdrove that one just a bit to bring it up in the mix. We added some delay on this one. Oh yeah, this is our actual, coming into the lead track. I'll get there in a second. So yeah, we added a little reverb. You'll see again, same EQ style, cut the ends. Throw that VHL3C in there, some delay, and then we threw a chorus in afterwards. And the reason I laid these the way that I did was I wanted this guitar to kind of have a very processed and funky kind of sound. So by doing reverbs, delays, then high-low filters, and then a chorus, it almost created that horn sound or whatever. This. Which you really don't know is a guitar. I mean, even if I solo it like that. Because of how it moves in the mix. But like I said, here's the little lick that we brought in. This is how we say goodbye. Guess this is our last night. Guess this is our last fight. And then there's our vocals. I'll show you guys real quick what I did here. I went through and EQ'd a little bit on just the vocals. And we used an RVox stereo here to push everything back to the top, cut some of the excess noise out of it. We used a Reverb 2 from Fruity FL. This was just a small studio set, but we used it in kind of the pentagon shape to get a more of a reflective sound off the vocals. And on this one, we pitched everything afterwards. I know that's super bizarre to most people because generally we put our auto tunes on first. But I wanted this one to sound a little different in its vocal techniques, so we auto-tuned everything after the reverbs and everything, and watch. This is how we say goodbye. Guess this is our last night. Yeah. You can hear it adds just a little bit of funkiness to it. And then there's all kinds of stuff down here on the bus, which is just like, we've got fresh airs, multi-band compressors, limiter. We got a little overdrive, a little bit of the echo sphere here with some plate and some delay on it, and another RVox on the end just to boost everything back up. My master chain is honestly probably the easiest thing I have. I always throw an EQ on like this, and the very first thing I'll do before I do this EQ is I'll go through and pull like my 3 all the way back, make it a sharp point, and just check for anything that needs to be adjusted. If I don't find anything, then I throw this one on, throw a little limiter on, cut some peaks, throw a multi-band compressor on. This is the Mastering 2.4 preset on Fruity's multi-band compressor, and I personally, I love the way this thing sounds. And then we throw a little sound goodizer on, and if you guys have seen my video about sound goodizer, you know that I love this thing, but there is a finesse to using it. It's a compressor with saturation. It's generally a mastering plugin, but I've found a couple other places you can put it that really make this thing just sound incredible. Yeah, there's really, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot that goes on in this track because of the way things are, but there's really not nearly as much as you think instrument-wise. More of it is done through filterings, effects, things of that nature. I mean, you see all these little automation clips here that, you know, do all sorts of different things. We've got This is a phaser on our drums. We've got stuff here. We've got, you know, pannings and just all kinds of different things that go on with the automations here. And that's really just a matter of preference. That's just kind of getting in there and getting a hold of things, figuring out what you like, what you don't like. Like right here, I believe is my guitar solo coming up. Hope you're happy. Maybe not. Let's see, where would that be? Yeah, it was coming up. My bad. So you hear the guitar solo in the mix there. Now let's solo it out so you can hear it. Got a very U2 edge kind of post-punk sound to it. And then yeah, that's really it. I mean, so like I said, we started this beat originally. It was for Cymatic's Producer Week contest. It didn't get picked as a winner or even placed, unfortunately. But we did end up turning it into a single, so that's really what mattered more to me, was that we got some really good content out of it. And yeah, let me close this. Oh. Yeah, so like I said, we got all this really amazing content out of that. We got a great song. We're still working on a music video. It'll be done soon. In the meantime, I want to let you guys know, if you enjoyed this kind of content, drop a like, drop a subscribe, hit the bell, and drop a comment. Let me know if you've heard Happy. What do you think of it? You think it's ass? Tell me. I don't give a shit. So anyways, yeah. Here's the surprise I got for you guys. One, for all the music producers out there, because I know there's music producers watching this. That's mainly what this one's directed towards today. You guys go to my BeatStars, and I'll link it below for you. I got a brand new sample pack out. Fifth Dimension drum loops. These are all placement ready drum loops. They're EQ'd, processed, ready to go. All you have to do is lay them down and level them a little bit. Level them to your liking. As Ronco would say, set it and forget it. For the rappers, if you go to my BeatStars, again, link below, all of my beats right now are giving 60% or more away to charity. It's every single beat you buy is giving away 60% or more to charity. We're trying to help out some really good causes: Save the Children, medical aid for Palestinians. Oh God, I can't remember one of the other ones. Yeah, tons of them. Like I said, Feeding America, just all kinds of stuff. We're doing lots of charity stuff for that. And for everybody else, my next single, Instagram Official, will be out June 23rd. That's a Wednesday. I'm doing Wednesday releases this time. That's a week from today. 7 days. I'll drop a pre-save link for Instagram Official below. You guys can check that out. Make sure you're checking out my new single, Happy. It's on all streaming platforms. Go stream it on your Spotify, your Apple, your iTunes, your Amazon, whatever the hell you listen to. Wherever you listen to music, go stream Happy. And as always, it's your world. Pay attention. Take care of yourself. And I love you guys. I will see you in the next one.